Hey everyone, it's Anthony Ramos from GLAAD here, and we are so excited to be working with our friends at Ketel One Family-Made Vodka during the holidays on a special series called Marvelous Hour, where we're going to be talking to some of our favorite LGBTQ superstars, and we're also going to be showing you all how to make the perfect festive cocktail. Today, we're going to be chatting with one of my favorites, DJ Shangela Pierce, and we're going to learn how to make the perfect Ketel One Bloody Mary. DJ, how are you?
Well, hallelujah. It's nice to see you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Okay, let's kick things off by welcoming our special mixologist, Brandon Blackmon, who's going to show Shangela and I how to make the perfect Bloody Mary. I have so many questions about the Bloody Mary, and I think it's a great way to celebrate the holidays. So Brandon, how are you? Let's get started. Let's make some Bloody Marys.
Absolutely. So, hi, I'm Brandon from the Bay Area, based out of San Francisco. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make my award-winning Bloody Mary. I won first place last year, People's Choice, and second best original recipe on this.
Wow. Yes. Well, let's have a round of applause for that.
And let's have a round of applause for looking fabulous while you're making a cocktail. Yes.
I know that. I feel like the hair color will match the Bloody Mary.
Exactly. A little festive, a little shiny.
Okay, so let's get started.
All right, so we are going to use our shakers. Normally you would build a Bloody Mary in a glass, but I tend to like it shaken with the vodka in it. So we're going to do 2 ounces of our Ketel One vodka.
Okay.
You know, I got to go over here and make sure I'm fully sanitized before I get to going in. Okay, sanitizer. Okay, here we go.
So we're going to do 2 ounces.
Okay.
Wait a minute, you use this?
Using the jigger, yeah, you're going to want to fill it up to the line right there, which would be 1.5 ounce.
Okay, great. Okay, so
and then you'll turn it over and use the smaller side and put it up to 1/2 ounce.
Oh, see.
Into the big cup like this?
Into the smaller cup.
Smaller cup. Okay, love it.
Ketel One.
We're going to do 4.5 ounces of our Bloody Mary mix.
Okay.
Miss Brandon, I have a question, please.
Yes.
Somehow I went ahead and filled the big side up with the Bloody Mary mix.
Okay, and then you'll do 1 more of those. 1 more big one and then 3 small ones.
Oh, 1 more big one and then 3 small ones. Okay. Yeah. You know, I was never good in school like this.
There's a lot of math going on in this.
This is very Zoom homeschooling right now for me. 3 of these. 1.
All right, 3 of those. We got the Bloody Mary mix in. Okay, then.
So I'm going to put my 3rd one in. And then for those of you that like it a little spicier, maybe we'll put just a little bit more of the Frank's Red Hot. So in this Bloody Mary mix that I made is something that you can find in any home. It's roasted tomatoes. It has clam juice. It has salt, pepper, Mrs. Dash original table blends. It has Frank's Red Hot and A1 steak sauce. It's tasty. It's easy to make. You can find it at your regular grocery store, and most of us have it in our cabinets. So.
Just a reminder, everyone out there, we are going to have this recipe on our screen and also on GLAAD.org in case you need to have a refresher on all of these wonderful ingredients.
So before you add any hot sauce, I would suggest just trying the Bloody Mary a little bit, the mix, to see if it's at your spice level already.
Should I mix it with the vodka or just sip it?
Just from if you just have the bottle, I would just sip it from the bottle.
Oh, the Bloody Mary bottle. Yes. Yes. Okay.
And just taste that.
I've never been that spicy kind of girl. I don't want to make this too vulgar, Anthony, but you know, I might be sitting over the bathroom baño.
I don't really do spicy. My spice level is generally water, so I don't like a lot of spice in my drinks or food.
Ooh, that's got a kick system. But you know what? It's hot. We're getting hot today. How much do I add?
So you can do just a couple of dashes if you like.
1 dash, 2 dash. That's a couple.
That's a couple dashes. And then just for a little more bite, you have the little steak sauce.
I like the bite. We're going to do that. I'm going to put a little bit of that.
If we want to do it by measure, we'll do 1/4 ounce, and that'll be on the small side of your jigger, and it'll be the very first line down there.
Okay. So the very first line. From the first line. Okay, here we go. Singular sensation. Wait, where's? Okay.
It's right below the half mark point.
So go fill this right below the half. Okay, I'm going to just do half of that. Yes. There's the bite. There's the bite. The mama is bitten.
All right, now we're gonna add our ice.
Okay.
I like to always say a thing about cocktails and dilution is you never want to build a cocktail that you're gonna shake over ice because it melts the cocktail before you actually shake it to dilute it. So you want to shake it to dilute it, not melt it with warm alcohol or warm mixes that you're putting in.
So where are we putting ice?
And in the small tin all the way to the top.
Okay, here we go. Ice, ice, baby. Woo! The Bloody Mary mix jumps out a little bit. Oh, I've never been a good chef. I'm not very good at this.
So
I apologize.
So we should be
and
like.
Then you want to flip. Once you have it on, it'll be like this, and then you're gonna put the big one on top. Yep, and then you want to hit it so it doesn't come loose.
Big one on
top. You want to turn it up this way with the small on top. There you go. And then I always like to put one hand on the bottom and one hand on the top.
Sounds like me last weekend.
and then shake it like this.
Oh, yes, I'm shaking. Rename me Shangela.
And you'll notice that the tins get frosty. That's what I'm always looking for is the frost on my tins. My hands get cold.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see all the frostiness on the tins. And then an easy way to do it without hitting it, if you just squeeze it right where both tins meet, they'll come loose really easily. Squeeze it really hard. And then you should be able to pull it apart.
Mine looks like the Tin Man's hat in
Wizard. There we go.
Oh, there it goes. Hey.
And then, so we have our glass. Grab your glass, and then you want to do it with a little juice around the edges. And I really love this topping. This ended up being a last minute thing that I did for this competition because you had to have a garnish, and I didn't have time to make 750 garnishes. So I just was like, let me throw some stuff together that I had at the bar.
And you know what? Actually, there are green bell peppers. This is my leftover Chinese food. There's some leftover green peppers in here. That is lovely.
Yes.
And I got a red pepper right here.
Yes.
Oh, look, green and red is perfect for the holidays, Shange.
Yeah, I'm putting it right there with my bobby pin. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's drag, honey. They can't say I'm not going home tonight if I'm in the bottom two because I'm
period.
Well, cheers, everyone.
Thank you guys.
Cheers for this delicious. We have to look in each other's eyes.
You're like my friend Junior. He does that every time at the bar. He's like, look, gotta look. Okay. All right, here we go.
That's so good. It's like just the right amount of spicy.
It doesn't linger too long, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
So you can numb that down with a little more vodka. You could also just add a little water to the Bloody Mary mix.
Oh, that's okay. I'll make it, honey. I'll make it. Ooh, and the cold peppers really turn it. Good, girl.
Is so delicious. Brandon, thank you so much for teaching us how to make this and also for looking so fabulous today. And remember, everyone out there, you can get this recipe by going to our website. That's GLAAD, GLAAD.org. And we'll have all of that information. So Brandon, thank you so much. We'll talk to you very soon. Have a wonderful
Thank you guys.
Bye, Brandon.
Bye, Shangela. Thank you.
So DJ, you have a little time for a little chat.
For you always.
Very busy this quarantine time, but how are you hanging in there? How are you keeping your head together?
I'm going to tell you, it has truly, 2020 has been a roller coaster of a year. When we were filming, We're Here, the first season, earlier this year, the HBO show.
Emmy nominated.
Yeah, Emmy nominated HBO show. Yes, indeed. We were filming our last episode and we got stopped. And, it was like the pandemic is happening. So everyone go home. And to be honest with you, Anthony, I really thought it was going to be like 2 weeks. I had no idea what the scope of this would be. I was like, oh, okay, let's just leave the stuff, pack those bags, honey, put them in a storage over here. We'll be back. And I used that time. I went to see my mom in Texas. And I remember telling her I'm coming for like a 2-week vacay. So I didn't even go back to LA to repack any bags or nothing. My home's in LA. I went to Texas and then it just became 2 weeks. And like for everyone, a month, a couple months, you saw the numbers begin to rise. And it was so shocking. So I think that initial shock really hit me. But I was thankful to be close to my mom and to my grandma. And we just kind of hunkered down in Paris, Texas. And I just stayed there, living out of my same 2 suitcases. One was a drag bag, one was a boy bag. And that's why a lot of times in interviews, people are like, she got that shirt on again? Well, yeah, that's all the shirt I had until I really figured out Amazon, like, okay, I'll get stuff. But it's been a roller coaster of a year. Like the person who I am, you know, I'm a working girl. Okay, I got a song that says it. So I kept thinking, okay, if I can't tour and travel and work, what am I going to do? And people are like, oh, are you watching Netflix? Are you just doing that? I did that for about a week, you know, where I was just like, vacation. And then I was like, no, Miss Thing, you got to get back to work. So I started seeing a lot of girls doing online shows. I was developing products. And then I saw our drag community, Anthony, be hit so hard. And you did too, you know this, about by the pandemic. Bars were closing. Nightlife was literally shut down in so many places across the country. So I started brainstorming, and I teamed up with the Actors Fund to create a charity organization called Feed the Queens, because so many people were getting hit. They ain't got no money, can't buy no food, right? So we raised almost $100,000 this year to provide food grants to any drag entertainer, drag king, drag queen, our fabulous trans drag entertainers across any group of drag, to provide them with food grants so they could go and buy groceries. And they can still do that even to now. Go to feedthequeens.com and you can see so many people came out and supported us and gave money. And now we can hopefully continue to help people.
That's exactly what's happening. There are people out there who literally cannot afford to go buy groceries, and your program is literally sending them, you know, gift cards essentially so they can go to the supermarket, which is so great.
That's right. We've been able to send $100 gift cards, and for the holidays, we're going to be increasing that. You can go to feedthequeens.com and see what we're doing. But it really does help. And even with, you know, I talk about sanitizer, the spray, it's great to be safe and on the move if you can, but just keeping safe around you. It's CDC approved, it's 80% alcohol, and $1 from every bottle that people buy goes to Feed the Queens.
Wow, that's awesome.
There's always a way that we're trying to give back into our community. And I was inspired by people like, you know, Jennifer Lewis, you know, who's my friend. She continuously is giving back, encouraging people to vote for this year's election, but also Lady Gaga, when and Dolly Parton, who gave $1 million to help and try and fund. I don't have $1 million to give, but I knew that there's a way I could help, you know, in my own capacity. So this is it.
No, it's so great. And, you know, and also congratulations again with We Are Here, because I think we all knew at GLAAD that it was something special, but then to see it get recognized with an Emmy nomination and then get so many views and to get picked up for another season, and it's so fantastic. What does that mean to you to kind of just see people love that series so much?
You know, we knew we had something special after the first episode, the pilot, Raph, being filmed in Gettysburg. It was beautiful. You know, the creators of the show, Steve Warren and Johnny Ingram, you know, really came up with this beautiful idea, invited Eureka and Bob and I to be a part of it. And then we all worked together with the production team to create this. And after that first show, after the first city ended, we were like, wow. And then HBO has been phenomenal. What a place to be on HBO, you know, with this show. When I can get on the plane safely, sanitized, hallelujah. And when you're scrolling through and see in the HBO section, there's your show, you know, we're here. And also with everyone being at home, we were like, how is this gonna do? We had giant billboards. I mean, girl, I was at least 90 feet tall on that billboard on the Sunset Boulevard, honey. They're out on the side of a building. And I don't think nobody saw it. We were in Times Square, electronic billboards. I don't think, because everyone was home.
You know, DJ, in a normal year, holidays can be stressful, really hard for the LGBTQ community. You know, there's family members that aren't accepting. There are, you know, just a lot of things at hand for the community. So what advice do you have, I guess, for our community to try and get through these holidays?
Well, you have to remember that in the grand scheme, hopefully, will be a moment, right? It came, we had to distance, we had to follow the rules, we had to mask up, we had to, you know, follow the guidelines to help protect ourselves and everyone around us, all right? We did it. And there will be a light at the end of this tunnel. There will be, whether it's a vaccine, a cure, maybe we have to adjust our way of life, but we will be able to get back out and experience it again. We will adapt. So you have to keep hope, you know, it will get better. Let me just stick through this. Let me follow through. And you also have to take care of yourself, your mental health, seriously, in a time when so much is going on. You know, not all COVID related, but I had 6 friends, 6 that I can name, who passed away this year. And when you're home and I was lucky, you know, I'm with my grandmother, I'm with my mother, but when you're still away from your norm, things that happen to you can affect you. They can trigger you, even in a greater amount. They can be even more traumatic to you. And I think I'm not the only one experiencing, whether it's loss of you know, human life, or loss, financial loss, freedom in a way, loss. That can be very traumatic. So you got to take care of yourself in the best way that you can, and also try to check in on others. You know, this is the time, especially, I was so thankful on my birthday this year. I had a birthday, yay. But it wasn't like any other birthday. I envisioned I was going to be somewhere fabulous, honey, with 10 of my friends surrounded by the table. I wanted them to all make speeches about me, you know, all this. I envisioned this was my birthday. It's going to be fabulous. Yeah, didn't get to do that. I was actually with my grandmother, who had been admitted to the hospital in Dallas, and thankfully she was discharged on my birthday. That was one of the best birthday gifts. So you got to learn to, like I said, check in on other people. So many people sent me messages, fans sent me so many. That was really beautiful to know that people were thinking of me in a time when we have to be apart. But also you have to celebrate even the small things. There are little joys, little successes, little wins that you get. Even if you get up and you shower and you get dressed and you ain't got nowhere to go, but you got up and you said, I'm gonna feel lovely today, and that made you feel good, celebrate that. You gotta celebrate the wins and find joy. Even if everything on the news seems gloomy, thank God we got a new president coming in, but that was a hot mess, you know, and going through the year with that whole tirade and tweets and the election and the fight, you know, it's just beautiful. You can find beauty in the world if you know where to look for it and you celebrate even the small stuff.
Shangela, DJ, you are always such an inspiration. I could not agree with that more. So thank you so much for joining us for this marvelous hour. I hope you like your Bloody Mary. Let's have another
sip. I do.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
And I want to send a thank you again to our friends at Ketel One Family Made Vodka for hosting this marvelous hour. And big thanks to Brandon Blackmon for teaching us how to make this perfect Bloody Mary. You can also go to our website, GLAAD.org, to find the full recipe as well. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, DJ. I will hopefully see you in person very soon. And I can't wait for season 2 of We're Here.
You will. And if you don't see me in person, you can hear me every Thursday on a new Spotify show I have called Hallelujah Happy Hour. I'm going to be drinking this drink. I'm going to save it all the way to Thursday so I can have it. I have great guests up there. Sean T was just with me. Megan Trainor's going to be there. Wow. Mark Shaman from Broadway. You know Mark Shaman, the legendary Mark Shaman. So it's really awesome. Come check it out.
I love that. All right. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for all that you do. And I will listen to you and hopefully see you very soon.
Hallelujah.